Sun Devil Show. I'm Anthony Toshri.
Here you are.
To my left is Kevin Durant.
No,
to my
I'm
right
not.
is Devin Book.
No, he's not.
You're right. This is Shane
today was
Diefenbach.
Monday.
Yeah,
This
we are.
is Shawn DePaz. You forgot today was Monday?
Yeah, it was a real depressing wake up call.
Why? You don't like Mondays? Mondays are an underrated day of the week.
Mondays, am I right?
Mondays.
Why did that cat hate Mondays so much?
The cat? There was a
Garfield.
Cat? Oh.
Because he didn't work.
Because his owner was grumpy.
No, it wasn't.
On
Dude, I
Mondays,
think
probably
that
the
cat
grumpiest.
enlightened
Whoa,
me.
is that the hidden message underneath it? What was his name? Jim?
Fuck.
Did Jim used to beat Garfield?
Whoa.
Is that what you're saying?
Whoa.
Is that what you're implying?
I don't think he beat him, made him lasagna.
The
But he-
lasagna was just shittier on Mondays
Yeah,
because he had a
maybe
bad
it was-
day.
You're right. Charles in the chat. What's up, Joe? Totri as tall as Russ. Westbrook? Am I as tall as Russell Westbrook? Or the rapper Russ?
Ugh.
Oh, yeah, I know
I think
that.
isn't he kind of tall?
Russ?
Yeah.
Did you guys have a Russ phase?
No.
Like music phase?
Mhm.
I still like Russ.
Mm,
I'm in that phase, bro.
Whoa.
I'm in that phase.
I'm in there.
Guys, normally we
Shame.
talk about Arizona State, and we will a little bit later in the show. But today we're going to talk about an Arizona State legend, James Harden.
Jim?
Nope, James. And
Jimbo.
the potential of him teaming up with KD and Devin Booker right here in the Valley, potentially creating a super team for the Phoenix Suns. If you didn't know,
Mhm.
James Harden and the Philadelphia 76ers just got bounced this past weekend in Game 7 to Jason Tatum and the Boston Celtics. He said post-game, he was asked about his relationship with Doc Rivers. He said, quote, "It's okay." He said he just wants to compete, right? He wants to be in a place that he can compete. Obviously, Joel Embiid's clip kind of went viral post-game about him saying, you know, him and James.
It was slightly taken out of context. Slightly.
Yeah, but
he still said it.
you
but
shouldn't say that.
Yeah.
If you're Joel Embiid. Pretty much saying, you know, that it's 5-on-5. It can't just be him and James if they want to win long term.
Yeah, but in the quote before he did say, we all have to be better.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yes, I agree. You can't say that.
There's been a lot made about James Harden and his potential return to Houston.
It's just,
I know.
I want
which,
him happy.
which doesn't
happy.
make a lot of sense.
No, it makes a lot of sense.
To Houston?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Just
The man loves Houston.
yeah. Spend the last few years in your career.
competing in Houston don't go
This
together.
is like pre-retirement.
You might as well. But yeah, I don't just retire in Houston.
Also, if you're Houston, why do you want James Harden?
To mentor Jalen Green.
And because
Actually,
you
that's a
will sell
terrible
tickets
mentor.
Come to Vegas with me.
No, come to Atlanta with me.
All right, well, let's put up the tweet that went out this morning. And it is from Brian Getzeller. What a name. With free agency pending for James Harden, I'm hearing there is another team. Oh, I can't even read that.
Prominently
on radar. I need glasses. Yes, prominently on radar. In addition to Houston, that team is the Phoenix Suns. Gents,
If the Suns are going down in flames, this is the way I want it to be.
Well, I mean,
he can
are we
opt out of
just
his contract.
Because this would send the Suns down in flames.
Well, yeah, and while we're at it, why don't we just, I don't know, trade for Kyrie Irving and just get the band back together?
You just want to be the Brooklyn Nets?
Yeah, like that's
Yeah.
it seems like what they're trending towards. Hey, Steve Nash is probably looking for a job, and we have a head coach
Stop.
opening. Bring him home. Why not?
You guys get so angry about it.
I'm not angry.
Josiah, I want to trade
He's getting angry.
franchises
Look at him go.
with
Yeah, he's-
Ishbia. I'm not angry. I'm just like, it's just funny to me that they're just.
I can see steam coming out of your ears.
I liked that Nets team. I like all of those players, and I like super teams.
Let's get Ben Simmons here.
Yeah,
No,
dude,
okay,
that'd be a vibe.
that's where I draw the line.
That'd be a vibe.
No, but seriously, if they're going to not win a title, then this is the route I want them going
Yeah,
down.
you might as
like,
well.
I love
James Harden's Suns jerseys. The sales would go insane.
dude. I buy at least 3 of them.
It's
So
a damn
is-
shame we won't get him in like the. old
What
man.
is your grief with the let's say they move on from Chris Paul. Obviously, you have the need at point guard. They wouldn't go get James Harden or Kyrie without moving Chris Paul. Do you what is your grief with adding the beard?
Where he just hasn't won.
No, he hasn't won.
And also, do you want a guy? I feel like this team doesn't need a guy who people like to criticize. Go get
People
Dame.
already
No one
hate the
criticizes
Suns.
Dame.
Outside of people in Phoenix, people
Well,
love to hate the Suns.
Yeah, but I'm
They
saying
love to
that
hate the
the
fan
team
base.
doesn't need a guy like.
That's what I'm
James
saying.
Harden.
He does cause some problems.
And even if he doesn't, at the very least, problems follow him. Like there always end up being problems.
Hey, come on. You got a game tomorrow, Nicola.
Nikola Jokic in the chat. Best NBA YouTuber. Love it. Fresh cut that you had on the court, by the way. Look, James Harden, I feel like gives you a different element than Chris Paul. Chris Paul obviously more of a facilitator than James, but that doesn't mean James can't do it. Averaged 10 assists this season, 21 points, which is 8 more than Chris Paul averaged this season, and also 6 boards.
James Harden is one of my favorite players in the NBA to watch.
He's the last guard to win the MVP.
That's crazy. But like genuinely, I love his game. I think it's so fun. We haven't seen it translate into a totally winning team yet.
Yeah.
At all, actually. You haven't seen it translated at all. So I don't know. It'd be really fun, but like I just don't think it would work. But honestly,
is he an upgrade from Chris Paul?
I mean, yeah, his fingers work.
Yeah.
Chris Paul's fingers stopped working.
Go get Dame.
I wouldn't be shocked if that's the reason why he can't play basketball anymore, is because his fingers don't work.
He's just so old that his fingers.
No, he's just jammed them so many times.
Oh.
They're disgusting. Have you seen pictures of them? They're so gross.
What do you Google? Just Chris Paul's fingers?
No, there was I forget who wrote it. Maybe Athletic. Wrote an article.
Oh, something about his jammed fingers?
Yeah, it's disgusting. I'll show you a picture.
Okay, you do that. Shawn, do you think James Harden gets this team further in the postseason?
No, not really.
Oh,
I just don't think they need, like, I feel like they just kind of need youth, and they need someone who's like an absolute dog at all times. And I'm not sure that James is necessarily that.
They can't really afford that. I feel like, and this might just be me.
Trade for Dame.
But what are you trading?
Fucking, at that point, I don't give a shit. I would just to get Dame here. Trade fucking go to NBA and Chris Paul. Send them both up there.
That's not getting you.
That's
Dame.
not getting you Dame.
I know, and I mean more.
What
more?
more?
Man?
You don't have that.
Oh, they don't have picks anymore. That's right.
They don't have anything.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
They literally do not have the capital to go trade for.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That kind
I
of
forgot
guy.
about the fact that they don't have picks.
Okay, well, let's talk about another former Sun Devil then, who signed a 5-year extension. I want to say last offseason. Dort.
Mm-hmm.
Would you
He's
rather?
untouchable.
He's untouchable.
Yeah.
If you're the Thunder, he's untouchable.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Really?
No,
He's
but
a
he's pretty
part
damn
of the core.
close.
Part of your core.
So if there was an option to sign James Harden in the offseason or somehow finesse a trade with Presti, the best GM in the NBA,
You're getting fleeced if that happens.
but would you rather have Dort or would you rather have Harden?
Dort would be so fun on
I'd
this
rather
team.
have Dort, to be honest.
You'd rather have Dort?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know really where he fits. Would he come off? He could play the 3. That would be insane.
I just like that.
Book at the one?
But you don't. Again,
intensity.
you don't have enough space for that at all.
Cap space?
Yeah,
It would just be those 3.
Yeah, I think
and
we're
that's it. It'd be
playing
3v5.
in Magic Land.
you're looking at a lot of veteran
Zona. Stop.
minimum, especially with the new CBA. You're not. It's going to be a lot of like Rashawn Holmes come to Phoenix. Guys like that, or you might have room for. I don't know. This is my least favorite point guard in the NBA, but a lot of people are saying his name.
Tyus
Jones. I hate him, but that's a name that people are throwing around as a trade for DA. I also have been seeing Alex Caruso and who's the other piece?
I don't want someone here.
Patrick
who's a meme.
Williams?
I don't want a meme here.
Alex Caruso is a really good defender.
I know he
Look,
is, but I just don't want a meme. I don't want a guy that's just like.
You have a meme.
The
and you're
whole reason
starting
we're
shooting
talking
guard.
about the Suns today is because James Harden, obviously former Sun Devil, his name's in the rafters. He brings. I feel like at this point in his career, James Harden to the Suns. Obviously, you'd have to retool the bench. You need a head coach. I feel like it puts them in a better position to win than it does with Chris Paul, at least at this point in his career. I don't think Chris Paul.
I don't think that's an argument at all to be had.
Yeah.
I think that's clear. He did that. It does.
I
I
mean,
mean, I don't think you're I don't think you have. He's not on your team regardless next year. I don't think.
Chris Paul?
Yeah.
And also, there's not that he's
Yes,
the
Nicola. I think Derrick Rose should get a chance.
Hey, man, I love
you
I
as
love
a
him,
backup
guys.
point guard.
Yeah,
10
100%.
minutes a game.
Dude, I'd be here for it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously James Harden's not a guy who stays healthy all the time, but best ability is availability. And if your starting point guard if Chris Paul gets hurt in the playoffs every year, James is definitely going to give you a better chance to win in the playoffs if that's the case.
Now, I'm sure this is something that PHNX Suns will go over in terms of Harden and Kyrie and all that stuff. If it was between those two, which one are you going with?
Oh my God! You're asking me if I would rather eat
It's
this
the lesser
rock
of two
or
evils.
that rock.
They're flashy rocks.
No,
What was the
this
question
one's a spiky rock and it's burning sage.
James Harden or Kyrie Irving? If you had to pick between those two, are you bringing
This
home
one's hairy
James
and it likes
Harden
strip clubs.
or he's hairy and goes to strip clubs?
Yeah, that's The Rock does.
Okay.
I mean,
The Rock does.
This is like a. I mean, if he's doing his job, Kyrie Irving is still Kyrie Irving. I'm gonna take Kyrie Irving, but that's a massive if.
I saw a video of him burning more sage on TikTok the other day.
Kyrie?
Yeah.
I'm taking Kyrie. I can live with him burning sage as long as he keeps his mouth shut like he seems to have done in Dallas since he's gotten there.
Dog.
I'm
Look what
probably
happened.
taking him.
They missed the playoffs.
I know.
They were in the playoff picture when he wasn't there.
I know, but
You want to talk about somebody that at this point everywhere he goes is on fire.
I mean, I think I mean, just from a pure basketball perspective, that's the right answer. But
it's you can't answer this from a pure basketball perspective. Is the
yeah, I mean,
the tough part.
They're both distractions. Just James Harden is a lesser of one. He really likes this club next to Rock Bar. Apparently, he was at one time. Ever told this story on the show?
I don't know.
So I was at Rock Bar, my favorite bar in Old Town, and I'm friends with the bartender, and he said that James Harden was at a club, like two clubs away from us, and I was like, oh shit, like he's still there? He's like, yeah. It was like 12:30. They were playing the Suns the next day. I was like, huh. Got on BetMGM under. Took us under on points, under on rebounds, and under assists, and all of them hit.
Chat, let us know
So he likes
what you think
Scottsdale.
about James Harden potentially going to Phoenix.
Yeah, that's
What?
the other thing. I don't want him getting in. He doesn't need to be in Scottsdale. Kyrie, the kind of trouble Kyrie's going to get himself in, he's going to get himself in there anywhere. And this one, you're putting him close. This one, you're putting James closer to his vices.
Right, Dan, we got a super
I
chat.
got a super chat with
Oh
pounds.
yes, Ben Price.
He's back.
You won't get neither, fam. Simple as X. What?
No, simple as is a phrase.
Oh.
And then is he giving us kisses?
Oh, so yeah,
Yeah.
a 2 pound
Like
super
simple
chat.
as would be the thing.
And then is he giving us a kiss?
And here's
Ben
Clint.
Price, 2 pound super chat. You won't get neither, fam. Simple as.
Oh my god.
I don't know. That's
What's-
what X means.
What is but we're gonna say it is.
Just
What
a
is-
kiss.
what is
He
that
gave you a
Oregon
kiss.
accent?
He just gave you a kiss. Okay.
All right, here. Can I do one now?
Are you gonna read that same chat?
No.
Ben is my homie. We're boys.
Go ahead. What you got?
I'm trying to do my Serbian, but I don't know how to do that.
Oh, for Jokic in the chat.
Can you do that?
A Serbian?
Yeah, can you
whoa.
read his
For who? Are we reading Ben?
Yeah.
Jokic?
Oh, you're gonna read.
What would you do? Oh, that's Russian, dude.
What would you do? Yeah, I don't.
Whoa!
There you go. That's what I
Turn
wanna
into
try.
fucking Scottish.
All right,
It's
no,
like
no, I
would you
tried
do?
it, but I overcorrected. You try it.
Oh gosh.
I
You do
can't
it all
do it
the time
without it
randomly.
sounding Russian. It
You
just sounds
aren't
Russian.
getting either, fam. Simple as.
No. Jokic.
Oh,
is-
Jokic.
What would you do?
Yeah.
What would you do if I came to Suns? Not saying it will happen, but if I did, it's just Russian. Mine's just
Yeah.
Russian.
No, that'd be fun. That would be fun as hell. If
Oh my
Nikola
god! Well,
Jokic
you do
was
that in the
Phoenix
center
Suns.
that we currently have. I mean,
Oh god.
that's well, don't. Oh god!
We got
He's the best center in basketball.
a little
Second
bit
best center in
above.
basketball,
Somebody had
maybe.
said they wanted to. I think it was Joe. They wanted to see Harden on the Suns, obviously for the homecoming. Oh, here we go. Let's bring him in. I want to hear Saul fawn over a Sun Devil. I've had enough of his Aiden love fest.
He wouldn't fawn over him though.
If he did good, he might.
Yeah.
No,
but I
it
don't
would take
think-
him a very long time.
Yeah. He
Um,
would be his Landry.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no more Aiden Love Fest, by the way. Saul's doesn't.
Nobody loves.
I mean,
EA.
also, I guess from our perspective, because we
KD.
no, nobody loves EA.
Oh,
Uh,
he said KD.
from our perspective, like it would also just be awesome to have James here
Back in the
to
valley.
ASU,
Yeah.
like to see if he
Yeah. What
kind of
what-
fosters any kind of relationship with the school.
was that? UCLA where James Harden was there.
The triple overtime game.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think.
No. This season,
season
when
when
he
he
just
showed
came
up.
when I was at the game. I think I was UCLA. He came courtside.
Hmm.
Just with a bunch of people. I'm pretty sure that was UCLA.
Ricardo, just give Joker some horses in Big Ranch. That's all it takes. That's all it takes.
I love not even a big ranch, just big ranch.
Yeah, the suits over at Big Ranch want Nikola Jokic here.
Hidden Valley.
Yeah.
Clint. Clint's been in the chat for a while, and this is the first time he's ever said anything about either mustaches.
Well, no, whoa. He said forks up.
Yeah,
Well,
he said
hey.
go Bees, forks up.
I'm more so on respect both
Listen,
y'all
I feel
power
like this
stashes.
this is the great alliance. ASU, Oregon State. They have no reason to really hate each other. Like we're just
We hate
could-
going there to play football.
true, but
We do
there's
a
no
lot.
reason we can't root for each other.
Yeah.
Joe in the
It's
chat,
a-
when Harden hoists the trophy, Saul will have to make a decision and throw the forks up.
Yeah.
Before we move on from James Harden,
That would be wondrous.
Grant in the cut.
out of 10.
No, oh Grant, please no.
Oh, here we go.
No.
Grant's cooked it up.
No,
Grant's cooked it up.
No. Oh,
ASU swim and dive legend, Grant House.
I didn't read the whole thing, so I'm back on board.
Mike Budenholzer to the Suns. Giannis doesn't take player option in 2024-2025. Goes to Suns. Suns drop Ayton and Paul to clear up cap space. Giannis book KD 1 season.
Why not? Why not us? I hate Mike Budenholzer. I think he's a terrible coach.
But if it were to get you
But if we're
Giannis
to
for
get
a year,
Giannis, you can put anybody up there. Anybody could be a coach.
yeah, rumor has it Monty's going to be. That's the.
That'd be
okay.
funny. Just
What?
trade a coach who
Just trade
can't make
coaches?
adjustments for a coach who can't make adjustments.
I'd be cool with Nick Nurse.
Nick Nurse would be whatever.
I know you're on the JJ Redick
I mean, that would
train.
just be vibe. Ty Lue would be
Ty
my
Lue or
actual-
death.
Yeah, Ty Lue is like actually a good basketball coach. I like him. But JJ Redick would just be a vibe. It'd just be fun.
What about Bobby Hurley? Just doing this to Devin Booker and KD.
Why the hell not? Well, it's
Why
been a
not?
minute since we've gotten a good college to NBA. Was Donovan was the last one? Was he the last one to make that big jump?
Now, was that good? I mean, the
Well, I
Thunder,
mean,
the
just
Thunder were
make
good.
the big jump. Like I'm
Just
trying
make the big jump.
And I mean, he was okay. He had some good years in the
Such a
Thunder,
good
didn't he?
song. Yeah,
All right, before we
two
move
good
on from
years.
Harden, because I know this is painting Shane to talk about James Harden and ASU.
What?
Or no, the Suns. The Suns, my bad.
Oh yeah. Well,
Um,
I'm fine now.
You're good now? You had your
Yeah.
weekend off from it?
Yeah.
Okay. Out of 10.
Tyree's really kind of. I'm sorry, CP3 would be so. What?
You'd
I'm
just
like
be
on the
so
edge of my
nothing.
seat.
Out of
So
10,
old,
what
I
do you
think.
think it would happen? 10 being it's happening, 1 being it's never coming to fruition.
Pie.
I love that.
3.1.
That's my answer was going to be about 3, so that's perfect.
3?
Yeah.
I'm going to say it's higher than that. I'm going to go with 5. I think at this point, I mean, I'm with you. I don't think Chris Paul comes back. I think it's going to be interesting to see what happens with DA.
I think DA is staying.
But
Unfortunately.
I feel like
I think DA. I think
Actually, no.
I think DA convinced James Jones that he was going to try really hard next year.
yeah. What
I
did he
think
say to him?
They had a meeting.
He's gonna
They had a
do it.
meeting and he just said, "I'm going to try real hard."
They had a meeting, and DA after the meeting was like, "We had some good conversations about what next year is going to be like and how I can improve and what we can do to."
I'm just
can-
hoping he really just
I'm gonna be
fucking
honest.
hated Monty.
I really,
what
I
I'm hoping was the
really,
case.
really, really don't like DeAndre Ayton,
Well, I don't
I
like
really
him.
don't
I don't
like
like
him.
him when he's trying. When he's not trying.
Yeah.
which
okay.
is 90% of the time.
It seems like it happened. It happened a lot in these playoffs. That's for damn sure. But
I mean,
I'm just hoping he didn't like. I'm really just hoping that's what it was. He didn't like
yeah.
Monty.
I mean,
We got a bunch of threes in the chat for people right where you're at, pretty much, of like, it's probably not going to happen. I'm going to say a 5.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 5. I
really.
yeah, I
It's
see a world.
50-50 shot.
I see a world where, look,
You see it. You see
I
half
think-
your world.
I think, yes, Ishbia wants to win a championship. He is, I mean, firing Monty, making the in-season trade for KD. They're in win now mode. Oh, my goodness.
Never heard anybody call him Jawwick. That's
Really?
No.
I'm pretty sure we brought this up the last time. it
Yeah, I was like, I heard that before the John Morant or the Ja Warrant.
happened. Oh, yeah. Ja Warrant and Ja Wick. Those are two good ones.
Jawwarant's stupid.
You don't like that
No,
one?
it's dumb.
But Ja Wick, you like that one?
Jawwick is
Ja
very
Warrant
funny.
is good.
Yeah, I'm going to go with 5. I think it's Suns are in win now mode. I think they're going to add another star in the offseason. They'll find a way. I don't know if it'll work. I'm not saying the James Harden thing would work. I don't think it makes you, I don't know if it like really wins you any more games this past postseason, but I think you're a better team than you were with Chris Paul. But I guess we'll see what the offseason holds. For us, it is definitely going to hold.
I want Spencer Dinwiddie.
You want Spencer Dinwiddie?
So bad.
You
Oh, Mikal Bridges.
just
Stop it.
call up the Nets, be like, hey, you remember that deal that we made for KD? Fine print says Spencer Dinwiddie somewhere
Yeah.
in there.
Just con them. Just
Yeah.
lie until
Yeah.
someone checks.
Just be like, we'll trade you Steve Nash. They'll be like, yeah.
Quentin Richardson's available.
Quentin, not
Dude.
Jason?
No, Quentin Richardson was my favorite son ever. I think.
Who's your favorite son ever?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite son ever? You can't say Devin Booker.
Can
Can I get
well,
a
I mean, I
free?
didn't grow up a Suns fan, but I loved 08 NBA Live with Amari Stoudemire on the cover.
Ooh, that was good.
So Amari might probably my answer.
Amari was 08. I thought that was Dwight Howard.
Pretty sure NBA Live 08.
No, that was definitely Dwight Howard. Oh, or that? No, I think I'm thinking of 10. Thinking of 10.
Give me Leandro Barbosa or give me Def. My
Can I
favorite.
get some
no.
threes in the chat for Quentin Richardson?
My favorite.
NBA Live 08 was Agent Zero.
Yeah, that was the all play for the Wii.
Guys.
NBA Live 10 was Dwight Howard.
The Suns may not have a whole lot of money to give to free agents, but you know who does? BetMGM.
NBA 08 one.
Did you see the new deal that they're doing? BetMGM?
Buy one Shane, get another one free.
No, that's an awful deal.
What?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
horrible deal.
Why?
2 more Shanes than I want.
Well, then why would you buy one in the first place?
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
what-
I didn't.
yeah.
You just said
All right,
buy.
I guess not a bad
It's a deal that they're offering.
Yeah, it's a deal that they're offering, but you don't have to take it.
No, you could take a better deal.
It is a great deal for anybody who wants a Shane.
Yes, there you go.
BetMGM every Saturday and Wednesday, they're literally just giving bonus bets. If you log in, they're giving you bonus bets 2 days a week. Yeah, claim your bonus bet on the house.
Wait, can we get
Guys.
this? Can we get the solo cam? My face when I log into BetMGM and I see a bonus bet every Tuesday,
It's
Well,
not
it's
Tuesday. It's every
Wednesdays and
Saturday.
every Saturday
and Wednesday.
and Wednesday.
And-
That's my face.
Guys, if you haven't signed up for BetMGM yet, use bonus code PHNX. There's a few different offers depending on where you live, but for our Arizona audience, you guys are going to get up to $100 in bonus bets on your first wager with BetMGM. Again, make sure you use that bonus code PHNX and do it that way every Saturday and Wednesday. You guys get some bonus bets. Check out the show notes for full details. And now, listen to Shane.
Disclaimer, 21 plus to wager. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. U.S. promotional offers not available in Washington, D.C., Mississippi, Nevada, New York, and Ontario. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Colorado, D.C., Illinois, Indiana, Louisiana, Maryland, Mississippi, New Jersey, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia, Wyoming. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369, New York. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP, Arizona. 1-800-522-4700, Kansas, Nevada. 1-800-327-5050, Massachusetts. 1-800-BETS-OFF, Iowa. 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help, Michigan.
Michigan. And not in Michigan, unless you bring it there. 4 Peaks. Because that's another reason why you should come to Arizona. But not move here. Don't move
I
here.
hate the state of Michigan.
Because they don't have 4 Peaks?
Or what was the other reason I hated Michigan earlier?
Because
Cold.
they don't get enough sun.
Was that why?
No. You didn't have a reason. You
You just hate things.
No,
Nah,
you didn't
but
even
we're-
hate them. You just said that.
I said fuck Michigan, but there was a reason I said it.
I don't know, man. Check out at 4 Peaks Brew and at 4 Peaks Pub to keep up with the latest at Arizona's hometown brewery. The beer, wondrous. The vibes, effervescent.
Ooh.
Delicious. It's
The
just as
draft
how they should be.
parties, or the vote parties, alive and well.
Vote
Tomorrow.
parties? We're having a vote party?
They're having a vote party, right?
Wow.
Aren't
That,
they doing something like that?
At the tasting room,
Oh,
not
yeah.
the. I don't know if it's open to the public.
Yeah,
I
it
checked.
probably isn't. You can't go there. Go get beer. and drink,
Okay.
drink it at
Shane,
home.
Go to
these places.
Go to Circle K, grab some, bring it home, watch the PHNX Coyotes.
Yeah,
show.
it must be 21
Celebrate.
years or older to drink 4 Peaks. Please drink responsibly.
guys, the Phoenix Suns might not get James Harden, but ASU baseball could add another pitcher. James Harden on the mound might go crazy.
Dude,
I'd be here for it.
I should start pitching.
You should start pitching. I think anybody
I mean-
but who's currently pitching
No,
should pitch.
whoa. What
What do you mean, whoa,
Pitchers
whoa, whoa,
fucking
whoa, whoa.
finally did their goddamn job. And then the bats disappeared.
ASU outscored 11-2 over the weekend against the USC Trojans. They got swept now for a second consecutive series. They obviously lost a couple weeks ago to Stanford, then USC this past weekend. They have now lost 9 of their last 10 games.
That's not good.
They've fallen from what was eventually first to second in the conference, and now they are 5th, and they are only a half game above Oregon right now in the Pac-12 standings. Shawn, why that face?
Well, I mean, that's because you just said a lot of bad things, one after the other. I mean, it's obviously not a good situation to be in. We went from them being, a lock for the tournament and talk about the damage they can make in the Pac-12 tournament to now being questioning if they're going to be able to do if they're going to be able to make any noise or even make the tournament. So, yeah, it's not good. But like I said, I'm not going to let you besmirch the good name of this pitching staff because they actually did their job for
The
once.
good name of the pitching
Yeah,
staff.
it's not that good.
It didn't have a good name
They
prior.
did not have a good name, but they finally did their job for once, and the bats disappeared.
Yeah.
That's not a good sign. Or is
Uh,
it a good sign? I guess I don't know.
No,
Depends on
well,
which way you look at it.
regardless, they lost. They lose when the
Yeah.
bats are hot. They lose when the pitching is decent.
But
Like,
at least there's some sign of life from this pitching staff.
what kind of life?
I mean,
Not good. Not like a lot of life.
intelligent life.
well, I mean, they held
Barely.
what do you mean?
Yeah.
They held the pitching staff to 4 runs.
They held USC.
The pitching staff held USC to 4 runs in the first game. Held them to 2 runs in the second game, which, if I remember correctly, they scored those 2 runs in the 8th inning. So they pitched 7 innings of shutout baseball, and then only 5 runs in the 5th game or the 3rd game.
Yeah.
Like
That's
it was,
That's the best series they've had pitching
Yeah.
wise probably in a very long time.
and that one they gave up again 3 runs in the 8th inning. So like the the starters, the mid relief, like they did their job for once.
Yeah.
And then the bats disappeared.
We knew this series, the end of the year was going to be tough, but oh my God.
This was a couple of weeks ago. This was one of the last teams in the nation that hadn't lost a conference series. They have now lost three in a row.
Yeah. And like I was not worried about it because like I've said, Oregon and Stanford, I think are better teams. Like losing those, you stole a win off of Oregon. Like obviously you're not trying to get swept by anybody, but it's Stanford. They're very good. I could have easily lived with going 1-2 against Oregon and getting swept by Stanford if they had showed up for the series. Because I think if you had asked me prior to those two series, this was a series they should have won relatively, not handedly, because that doesn't really happen, but a series that I think they would have won. I would have been confident saying they were going to go at least 2 of 3. Definitely not a series I expected them to get swept in. And I don't think they would have gotten swept in before the rough streak they've gone on.
Well, now they have the final series of the regular season. They've got UCLA. UCLA is not the greatest team in the Pac-12. They are, I want to say they are 7th right now, 7th or 8th in terms of Pac-12 standings. However, this series means a lot. I was talking to you in terms of, we were talking about the Pac-12 tournament and what this does necessarily for seeding. I believe the lowest at ASU, unless they were to get swept by UCLA, the lowest...
It happened.
the lowest that they could do in the Pac-12 tournament seeding wise would be 6, right? They would end up playing Oregon. We saw what Oregon did to them a couple weeks ago. Obviously, it wasn't a pretty series for ASU. But in terms of just trying to get hot, right, or trying to regain some of the momentum that this team had for such a long stretch in the regular season, I think would go a long way, right? Because if it's, postseason baseball, postseason college basketball, whatever, you see teams that don't necessarily have the strongest regular seasons or teams that are a little bit streaky that find ways to go on runs in postseason, whether that be because they had momentum in some great games toward the end of the season or early on in the postseason. The Pac-12 tournament in these last 3 games against UCLA can certainly get this team headed in the direction that they need to be ahead of the NCAA tournament. I know ASU's lost 9 of 10. I know they were at one point first in the conference and they've fallen down to 5 with a chance to fall to 6, given the fact that, again, Oregon is just a game back and they played the worst team.
They'd get leapfrogged by UCLA. So then they would be 7th.
7th. So 7th is the lowest.
Yeah, if they get swept, that can happen. It is at Muni, obviously, but the biggest thing is, as we were talking about 2 weeks ago, is this team hasn't had momentum going into postseason in so long. And or just been in a postseason that has meant something. And now with the tournament, the first year being last year, they didn't have a lot of momentum and a lot of hope from the fan base. Grab that back and sweep UCLA at home so you get a bigger turnout for the Pac-12 tournament at Scottsdale Stadium.
Like you have to hope that the pitching staff kind of compartmentalized like their performance and the results of the game, because like we've said, this is the first series where the bats disappeared, and so if the pitching staff has actually kind of figured something out and they can carry momentum through this, even if the bats don't necessarily figure it back out, or are not like as deadly as they've been all year in this series, like if the pitching staff can keep the momentum, then that is a very good omen, I think, for the Pac-12 tournament, and then obviously NCAA thing if they get there.
It sucks because this is, again, you have now, early on in the season, ASU and Willie Bloomquist had set up a situation for themselves to cruise into the Pac-12 tournament with a top 4 seed, right? At the worst, you were thinking this team, like literally 3 weeks ago, was the worst that they could do was probably a 4 seed in the Pac-12 tournament. Sets you up with an easy matchup in the first round. At least you get to the second round, something that ASU wasn't able to do last year. Now, you've set yourself up for a really rough stretch, or at least at this point, a crucial series, which, again, looking back at this a month ago, this UCLA series wasn't going to be a crucial series. We knew it was going to be tough given the way that USC had started to finish the season. We knew what Oregon was capable of. We knew what Stanford is. They're now the number 3 team in the nation, which is pretty much where we expected them to be at the start of the season. They finally worked their way back. But now, you can really go 2 different directions here. You can lose the series against UCLA, and everyone's going to be like, okay, well, this is ASU athletics, right? You started the season hot, and where have you gone? Nowhere but downhill. You would have lost at that point 4 consecutive series. Obviously, if they get swept, that'd be their 3rd straight sweep. Or that's obviously the worst case scenario. The best case scenario is you pull 2 of these games, or you get all 3, which we haven't seen ASU do in a while in conference, And then you're like, okay, we are back on track, right? We have done the unthinkable in a way, given the way the last month has gone for this team. Again, 9 of the last 10 games have resulted in losses. You can finally be like, okay, we are obviously not in the best case possible. We weren't where we were a month ago, but we're in better standing than we were just a couple weeks ago. And guess what? We've played all these teams, right? Once tournament play happens, we see it in basketball. We saw it with ASU. ASU wasn't supposed to beat USC in Las Vegas, but they did. It's hard to beat teams multiple times. So you get to go into the Pac-12 tournament, hopefully with some momentum, and play a team like an Oregon, which you're going to have a little bit of a chip on your shoulder.
Yeah.
Because you went to Oregon and they beat your ass.
But you did take a game on them. Like, you know that you can beat a team like that. And I think this team knows they're capable of a lot more than what they've done over the last 2-3 series. So hopefully they
clinched.
Don't forget that.
They clinched at least they're in the tournament. They barely made it last year as the 8th seed because not every team makes the Pac-12 tournament, which is hilarious to me. And so they clinched officially, so that's fun.
And like, let's be real. I know it's been a rough month for ASU baseball. They will be in the NCAA tournament. There is no real reason to question why unless like I can't even really picture a scenario in my head where they don't make it. But this is a postseason baseball team. So it hasn't been a failure of a season. It has been a much better season than year 1 under Willie Bloomquist. And obviously they're building something.
There's definitely a scenario in which they don't make the tournament. Like if
The
they
NCAA tournament, they'd have to get swept this weekend and get bounced in the first round of the Pac-12 tournament. I don't see that as like an actual scenario happening.
I mean, they've been swept for 2 straight series.
Yeah, against USC and Stanford.
Yeah.
Those are 2 of the top 4 teams in the conference.
Yeah, well, you'd have to lose twice in the Pac-12 tournament too. You'd have to lose first and second game immediately.
And I just don't see either of those things happening. A sweep against UCLA, then I'm worried. Then I'm gonna sit here on that following show and I'll be like, Shawn, you remember when you said you don't see a scenario?
Yeah, I'm just saying. I don't want to sell anybody.
It's like I'm on a ship and like I see it. I have to squint really, really, really hard to see.
You are currently sitting on the Titanic and being like, we're not going to run into that iceberg. And being like,
damn.
But no, you're on Titanic too, being like, we're not going to.
There's no way,
iceberg,
right? That's
right?
Yeah.
Even though it's like,
is that Tiger Campbell? Oh my gosh,
shit.
Is that James Keefe? Oh yeah,
no, it's Nikola Jokic. Actually,
no, I was just saying UCLA is the iceberg. Yeah.
Tiger Campbell.
I was just saying.
No, I got you.
We've done
that was the first movie.
Yeah, we've done this before.
So
Tiger Campbell,
UCLA this weekend. We're obviously going to get to it as the week goes on. Early thoughts
sweep,
in terms
sweep.
of prediction. You
It's
think
happening.
sweep?
Yeah, they have to. Willie's gonna get his boys fired up.
I don't think they'll sweep, but I'll go 2 for 3.
Remember when I'm just looking at the bracket from last year. Remember the Oregon State UCLA game last year in the semifinal where they
Is that the one that was like 100 runs scored or something?
25 to 22?
Yeah, that was
really
crazy.
fun.
Wasn't it a walk-off too?
Yeah, I think
It
so.
was a crazy ass game, dude.
That's some shit that ASU would play in this year, given the way the Bats have played outside of last weekend.
True. Yeah. Honestly, and with the way that their pitching has been.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's setting up for ASU to be in a 25-26
Hey, why not?
game. No, that'd be awesome. I think ASU sweeps. UCLA is not a good baseball team. I think, like you said,
Which sounds funny to me.
Willie is going to get it done.
It doesn't seem like you should be saying UCLA is not a good baseball team. Maybe it's
UCLA
just because of how good their softball team
shouldn't
is.
be bad at anything.
But it doesn't feel like anything that involves just anything that involves you being outside the entire time. It feels like the Southern California schools should be pretty good at all times. Like Pepperdine should be the greatest baseball team of all time. Then again, I guess you're on the beach.
You're pretty distracted. You ever been to Pepperdine's campus?
No, but I've seen it. Oh my god,
That's why my parents got married.
Beautiful.
Really?
On Pepperdine's campus?
I would.
That's crazy. Where'd your parents get married?
I don't know. I was there though. Wichita Falls, Texas, somewhere. I don't know. Must not have been that good of a wedding.
How old were you?
Like a year.
Oh, well, then it explains why you wouldn't remember it, Shawn.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to claim that I remembered it. You asked me.
No, I thought you said I don't remember it like you were.
Yeah, because I was a year old.
No,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
I wasn't saying it like I should remember
Was
it.
it live streamed?
Probably.
Can you rewatch it back?
Yeah.
Ad free with cloud
I got a
DVR.
DVR. Yeah.
He said, yeah.
Yeah.
The pitch.
Just a bit outside.
Well, I wasn't engaged with the pitcher. I wasn't in the box, so I wasn't.
You gave me the signal call.
I don't think I did.
I think
did we make eye contact? I don't think we did.
I know you definitely made eye contact.
I
I
did.
don't-
Then again, Shane makes eye contact all the time.
Yeah.
He's a big eye contact guy.
the ump
Damn.
just gave us a warning.
I just gave you a warning.
Yeah. And
Wait. Let me check your hands real quick. Just want to make sure there's.
They're pretty sweaty, to be honest. There's
I'm gonna need you to wash those.
no sunscreen or rosin on there. And if you don't know what I'm talking about the good old sport of baseball, which you can watch on Fubo TV. 140 live channels, sports shows, movies. They got it all. Why go through the trouble getting a cable box? All that cords. You gotta have someone come to your house. No, Fubo. It's the best. 1,000 hours of cloud DVR, like we had already talked about. You can watch all your favorite teams. Like I said, you watch it to watch the Coyotes when they come back. I watch it for all the D-backs games. You get ESPN. Oh no, you get ESPN. You get all that good stuff. Fubo, the best. And if you want to get Fubo, you can use the link in our description to sign up, and you will get 15% off your first month of Fubo Pro when you use that link. So pull through Fubo TV. It honestly is the best way to watch sports. I love it. It's better than the alternative streams that I was using before.
Yeah.
Well done. You did that. You executed that to fucking
I don't get phased
perfection.
anymore.
To perfection. Wow.
Lock it in.
Daddy
I
long
realized
legs
that
over
me
here.
sucking at ad reads
My
was
what?
just.
Daddy long legs.
I realized that me sucking at ad reads was me just being.
Oh, hell no. Preamp. I'm so sorry.
That was awesome. Classy nasty with just the leg emoji. Guys, if you're new here, hit that like button. I need to make a confession, and I need to make an apology, to be honest with you. I would like to apologize to the Academy. I would also like to apologize to Leah Merrill for my just... Not even disgruntlement, but my I just
no.
passed it over. No. For weeks now, I have.
It's not as good though.
What are we talking about?
For weeks now, I have dismissed the idea that the steak and salsa
Oh,
not that
burrito
Or it's
was
not as-
even in the
it's not as good.
conversation.
I was
as
so
the best
confused.
burrito
I was so
at
worried.
Burrito Express. But look, I'm gonna make that apology
Damn straight.
because Leah, I tried that steak and salsa today, and that shit goes
The
crazy.
Colts grows.
That
The
goes
Colts grows.
crazy.
One of
Jeez.
us. One of us.
It is
It's good, but
phenomenal.
it's not as good as the BSP.
No, in my
No,
personal
you're not.
opinion,
You're
it is-
right. It's better.
I'm putting
You're
Shane off camera.
It is.
Yeah.
It is past.
One of us.
It is.
One of us.
Do you actually believe that?
I'm not even joking.
Dude, it is crazy. Because the one thing you miss with some of the breakfast ones, which they're amazing, and it's obviously a personal preference. The thing you miss is
Bad.
sometimes you miss like the onions or like the lettuce or the cheese, like some of the stuff you get on the lunch burritos. You don't get on the breakfast burritos.
Look, it's
different.
phenomenal. I would still like to try a steak and salsa and add chorizo just because I'm a big fan of the chorizo at Burrito Express. Their steak goes really crazy. That's why I think it is better in my personal preference than the breakfast supreme. But again, guys, regardless of what I'm telling you, Burrito Express has the best burritos, not only in the Valley, but in the nation. Where it is Matt Ishbia. That's what he's using to bring in some of these free agents this offseason.
He left a trail of burrito supremes for various coaches. I'm not going to say who, but
Nick Nurse? No, okay, my bad. Booty?
No.
That's what I'm going to call Booty.
nobody calls them that. Nobody calls them that.
Guys, check out Burrito Express. They got locations all over the Valley. And give them a follow on social at Burrito EXP. On this edition of TPSP, we go from the Phoenix Suns to Arizona State baseball, and we're going to wrap things up with the Arizona Coyotes with a pinch, if you will, of Arizona State because no, I don't like to be pinched, bro. Jeez. God. And I couldn't move. I was like, I'm stuck here with the mic, so I just saw it
They
coming.
said it do it.
Leah, there is a big vote tomorrow.
Big vote.
If you didn't know. Why don't you tell the fine folks of the chat just a little bit about what's going on with the Arizona Coyotes tomorrow?
Oh my God, what's going on? Well, first of all, you can watch a full breakdown on PHNX Coyotes this morning at 11. We did everything you need to know before tomorrow. But essentially, Tempe voters are voting to pass Propositions 301 through 2 or 303 or vote against it if they want. And a pass would mean the Coyotes would have permission to start cleaning up the land on Priest and Rio Salado and therefore build their brand new arena and entertainment district. So if this passes, which we will find out tomorrow night, they can do that. And if it doesn't pass, they cannot do that. That's the summary.
What's our confidence level?
I'm feeling cautiously optimistic.
Cautiously optimistic.
Out of 10.
I don't want to.
You don't want to give a number? Not pie?
I'm a 9.
More than pie?
More than pie.
I feel
You feel
fucking
good. You feel good about it.
I just.
Let it out. What do you got to say? You got
There's
something
just
to
a lot
say,
of
Harry
dumb
Potter?
people. There's just a lot of dumb people. I don't know.
There's a lot. I don't know if they're
people
dumb.
that-
Why,
There's just
why
a
do you
lot
feel
of-
confident?
a lot of
then?
uninformed.
I just feel like it is a vocal minority. I feel like the people that are.
You remember 2016?
Stop
Jesus
it.
Christ.
I'm just saying.
I do.
I'm just saying.
But I mean, it is. Without getting too far into the details of it, you see it a lot in politics. A vocal minority, the people that are making the most noise, are not necessarily people that are in the majority. And I just feel like
Chris got
the people that actually pay attention know that this is a good deal. And ASU voting students, I believe, can vote. I don't know how many of
If
them
you are a
on
Tempe
campus.
resident,
Yes.
you can vote. And tomorrow, May 16th, is the last day. You have to turn in your ballot by May 16th. Do not put it in the mail. Go drop it off.
Or
So-
slide
so
under
students-
a door, as they said. If they're registered to vote in Tempe.
Did the Coyotes run a campaign for ASU? Were they on campus at all? Do you know?
I'm not.
Because that would
sure.
be such a big miss if they didn't do that.
Yeah.
It's just hard too because, I don't know how many students are Tempe. When I was a U of A student, I didn't register. In
I did
Tucson.
at Syracuse.
Oh.
I registered to vote
I mean,
mainly because I just wanted to vote in person.
I'm hoping that I don't know, but yeah, hopefully they were targeting all of the demographics in Tempe.
If you're going to vote tomorrow, the props are 301, 302, and 303. Obviously,
You have to vote yes on all of them. Don't be the asshole who votes no on one because it won't pass.
And I mean, I feel like we should. If you're not aware, the reason why it's significant for us is because there's a chance, reportedly, that ASU basketball would try and move in that arena, which is a pretty big deal because a big topic of conversation is how shitty DFA is and whether or not they will make renovations to it. You don't got to make renovations to it if you're not playing there.
yeah. I mean, it would be nice for ASU to get a new arena or just play in that arena. And obviously, we've talked on this program about what a new facility would mean for recruits, what it means for the culture, and really just the vibes of Arizona State basketball. So that obviously is all something that kind of, I don't want to say gets decided, but it's certainly a point of conversation tomorrow when you are going to vote. So think about that if you're on the cusp, right? If you like ASU basketball and you hate DFA, maybe think twice. Anything else, boys? Whether it be James Harden related, since Girth just sat down, Willie Bloomquist.
I'm gonna make this.
Daryl just threw the forks up.
This-
James Harden's coming to Phoenix.
Let it happen, Girth. Let it
I
happen.
made this joke at a private chat in Slack, so not a lot of people saw it. So I'm gonna make it again. I don't want Kyrie Irving in the Valley. I want Abdel Nader. Give me Cairo Irving.
Cairo Irving?
Cairo Irving,
Cairo Irving. Okay.
because he's from Egypt.
Okay. You?
No, I
No?
don't know how to top that.
You don't know how to type Cairo Irving?
Abdel Nader, not only well, he's not a great basketball player because he's not in the league anymore, but an athlete.
Yeah.
Probably ate illegal Pete's.
Ooh. All athletes
Mm-hmm.
eat illegal Pete's.
Athletal Pete's.
Athletal Pete's?
Athletal Pete's.
Oh.
Patio season's here. 100 degrees. You want some mist on
Illegal
your body?
athletes.
What? You want some mist on your body?
Pause?
No.
Okay, carry on.
Get misted on Illegal Pizza's patio. Got the strongest margarita in Arizona. Check out all of the Arizona locations with happy hour 3 to 6 p.m. daily. Their food is fantastic.
It is.
Get their
It really is.
taters with your burrito bowl.
You can get tater tots there?
No, it's like their little potatoes.
Oh, they have little potatoes?
So good. You get
Dude.
potatoes, Leo? No?
No, but you can get breakfast stuff
Mhm.
there.
Yeah. It's
Guys,
really good.
Illegal
Athletic
Pete's. Illegal Pete's. It's really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
It's, look, we tell you a lot.
Totri said if ASU football wins more than 5 games this year, he's going to take a piping hot queso shot.
I'll do that.
Okay.
Wait, if they win how many games?
More than 5, so they're bowl eligible.
If they're bowl eligible, I have to take a shot of queso?
Yeah, a piping hot shot of queso.
Okay, you want me to burn my throat here?
Yeah.
Wow,
Stop into either
jeez.
their Tucson or Tempe locations
What are we doing?
for a house beer bucket for you and the whole crew. 5 pints for $15. Soak up the sun. Soak up the sun with a loaded burrito and a crisp beer on the patio. Illegal Pete's. your go-to spot for James Harden, Kyrie,
Oh, you
and Shawn's legs.
Oh my god, I'm gonna pull. Oh, fucking Christ, that was so. My
Whoa.
hamstring was giving in on me right there, dog.
Yeah, that was tough for you. That looked
I love
looked like
Chris's,
a lot.
Chris's comment out of context. You guys are making me so
my
hungry.
hand, my calves.
Yeah, well, after that, Shawn's not going to be walking anywhere, so it looks like he is going to have to go get some gas at Circle K. That way he can drive.
They
to
also
where
have
he
ice
needs to
there.
go. They do have ice there.
We got ice.
They got a ton of snacks
I probably could get
drinks,
like ibuprofen there too.
and gas at Circle K.
They got
Guys.
everything you need there.
Make sure you're not missing out on all the great stuff they've got. And right now, get your phone out. Get your cellular devices in your phones.
You got
in
your
your
cellular
hands.
devices
I
out?
thought you got your sailor devices.
Your sailor devices?
Sailor.
Text PHNX to 31310 to join their SMS subscriber club and get a buy one, get one free offer on 32-ounce
Bogle.
Polar Pops. Guys, do it. Charles in the chat. Shawn about to be day by day.
For real.
Day to day.
What are we working
With a
today?
lower
We're not
body
doing
injury.
legs, are we?
No, I hit legs yesterday and I'm extremely sore.
I love-
No.
I kind of love legs, to be honest with you.
You just love legs?
Guys, it's been a pleasure as always.
Yeah, you love leg day.
Yeah.
Not
Follow
just
me
legs.
on
Oh,
Twitter
that
at
would be-
Shane D. If you can follow
No.
Totri on Twitter at Anthony
Every
_Totri.
day, nice
You
legs.
can follow
That's what I'm
the
saying.
show on Twitter at PHNX _Sun Devils. And you can follow Shawn on Twitter at Shawn _pause.
Leg guy, as always.
Yeah, we'll see you Tuesday at 2 p.m. But for now, peace and don't forget to vote.